Welcome back again, and nice to meet you again. This is my third session. That's the last session of mine. The title of this session is New Trend of Industrial Paradigm. The subject is about Korea's New Deal policies and its related businesses in perspectives of cases and the role of Technopark. I think already you knows my name. Here, my name is Lee, and I am the CEO of Chungnam Technopark. As I said, in Korea, there are 19 Technoparks. We are one of them. It is the list of my session. First, I will explain the New Deal, and then, especially, let me show you the South Korea's New Deal in COVID-19 situation. And the other chapters like this: Blueprints for the next 100 years, South Korea's New Deal, and the South Korea's New Deal triangle. And I will show you my slides. In this slide, I will show you about New Deal. New Deal is a series of programs, public work projects, financial reforms, and regulations enacted by President Roosevelt in the USA between 1933 and 1939 in order to reform and recover from the Great Depressions. At the time, in the US, wages were reduced, workers are laid off, and investments postponed. So, unemployment peaked 25% in early 1933. There are two New Deal, first one and second one, like this. The New Deal programs put millions of Americans immediately back to work, or at least helped them to survive. From 1933 to 1941, the economy expanded at an average rate of 7.7% per year. Despite high economic growth, unemployment rates fell slowly. In the long term, the shift to efficiency wages lead to high productivity, high wages, and a high standard living, but it necessitated a well-educated, well-trained, hard-working labor force. In this slide, I will show you about South Korea's New Deal. South Korea, is already looking ahead to the post-COVID-19. So, the Korean New Deal proposes not only a way out of the economic crisis following the COVID-19 pandemic, but also a fast track for a nationwide digital transformation. So, Korean style New Deal has some strategies like this. Now, the COVID-19 virus continues to spread and the economic damage is mounting. This situation in job market is even less compromising in the second quarter of this year, with many economists predicting the pandemic will deal a heavy blow to employment. South Korea suffered its biggest monthly job losses in 21 years as the coronavirus outbreak and containment measures hammered the economy. It also marked the sharpest decline since 2000, when the nation's job markets were crippled in the wake of the Asian financial crisis. Here is the blueprint for next 100 years. The policy revolves around the three pillars with a massive investment of roughly $133 billion. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought changes to ways of thinking and living, accelerating a move to a digital and eco-friendly economy. As quarantine has become a part of everyday life, demand for remote services, surgery, and remote working is considered usually. The policy revolves around the three pillars: the Digital New Deal, Green New Deal, and strengthen the employment and the social safety net, which some refer to as the human pillar. With a massive investments of $133 billion and the creation of 1.9 million new jobs by 2025. The Korean New Deal is one of the early medium to long-term strategies that have come out of the COVID-19 crisis, and also certainly one of the most ambitious plans. The Korean New Deal was first announced at the end of April this year, and it has evolved significantly since then. According to the announcements by the government, the Korean New Deal was going to primarily be a digitalization policy revolving around the three factors of first one, data infrastructure; second one, contactless economy; and the third, digitalization of social overhead capital. However, very next month, May 2020, the Korean New Deal would include a Green New Deal component. It means literally green energy. In July, the government finally presented the official and overall roadmap of the Korean New Deal, which significantly expanded both the size and the scope of the initiative by inserting the new plan for strengthening the employment and the social safety nets as the third pillar of the Korean New Deal, along with the digital and green New Deal. South Korea's New Deal, I will show you part by part. First of three pillars, digital New Deal. There are some concepts. First one, DNA ecosystem. As acronym DNA is refers to digital network and AI, artificial intelligence. Ministry of Science and ICT has announced a 2.2 trillion won budget for research and development in artificial intelligence and expansion of AI-related infrastructure by 2022. The budget will be allocated to a number of large-scale projects in national defense, medicine, and public safety, establishing 6 AI graduate schools with the aim of cultivating 5,000 AI specialists. In 2020, STP plans to participate ICT Innovation Squares project in order to create educational environment. This project aims to provide new digital technology education, software development, commercialization, and startup support, thereby cultivating AI businesses to solve the shortage of human resources and create a software convergence industrial ecosystem. Here is an example of Cisco DNA Center Circle. Cisco has some functions like this: consultant, integrator, cloud builders, and so on. In Digital New Deal, we are making contact-free society. It describes doing things without direct contact with others, such as using self-service kiosks, shopping online, or making contactless payments. During COVID-19 pandemic, people stream films on TV rather than going to the cinema, read e-books instead of going to library, take home training by avoiding gym. CTP widely introduced remote working to certain group in pregnancy and parenting. And for online service, CTP runs special places for SMEs to provide consulting regarding management technologies by using teleconference and web. There are some other examples. NHN. NHN is a Korea online game developer. NHN has asked all employees to work remotely every Wednesday. Internal survey shows 88% in satisfaction. Another example is here. Korea's mobile carrier SK Telecom. SK Telecom is also waiting up remote working and workplaces flexibility. And the third example is here. 배민. 배민 is a shortage word of 배달의 민족. 배달의 민족 means in English delivery people. Yeah. Delivery web services provider 배민 accumulated 2 million shoes for 5 months since it has started its service. And recently, the Bamin's delivery shoes increases highly. So 1 month, 50 million shoes per 1 month. 50 million is similar with Korea's population, so very high. In Digital New Deal, we need to make some startup and venture for Digital New Deal. So startup and ventures is facing digital innovation. The government decided to accelerate creative startups and venture companies to promote entrepreneurship and venture ecosystem. So shopping mall provides a solution to build online shopping mall and related services for free. And in the area of education and finance, incubates startups and supports marketing services linked to financial insurance agency. And the STP has a specialized zone, so-called one-person business creation support center for startups, and incubated 18 individuals every year. Let's move to the Green New Deal. For Green New Deal, as I said, Green New Deal is for green energy. So Korea is trying to close coal plants for green energy. The government sets a goal of 30 to 35% renewable energy, so that coal plants are needed to be replaced. South Korea has about 60 coal-fired power plants, generating 40% of the total electricity. There are major coal thermal power plants located in Chungnam, which is the first Asian province to announce a coal phase-out and joins the PPCA, Powering Past Coal Alliance. Chungnam Governor Yang Seung-jo has committed to reduce the lifespan of coal plants within the province to 25 years, which will lead to the closure of 14 coal power plants by 2026. CTP aggressively joins the project by executing major power plant collaboration project, which includes employees training power plants, SMEs collaboration, and their transformation to renewable energy. For renewable energy, Chungnam declares Energy Conversion Vision 2050 to achieve 47.5% of renewable energy use by 2050. For this, we are developing second battery management system from 2017. Samsung is located in Chungnam, And the second, batteries are used mainly in manufacturing mobile phone. So battery management system is critical for operating safe, reliable electric vehicles, and the CTP takes a leading role to develop, test, and verify the function of a secondary battery in one solution. And 4. Regional Energy Conversion Plan from 2021. Chungnam tries to convert into the era of renewable energy in participation of Regional Energy Conversion Plan from 2021. CTP is eagerly taking part in planning next generation eco-friendly wind plants, along with operating other renewable energy power plant. 4. Fuel cell electric vehicles in Green New Deal. According to Korea's government initiatives, current state subsidies for FCEVs. FCEV is fuel cell electric vehicles, and FCEVs are up to 3 times greater than those for battery electric vehicles in order to promote FCEV related industry and hydrogen energy economy. Chungnam is a home for 2 car manufacturers, Hyundai and Kia, and 664 car parts businesses. It also has frontline and backline industries associated with the automotive industry, like information technology, steel and chemical industries, automotive parts related research institutes, and 13 relevant universities. CTP on the big project, so-called construction of FCEV supporting infrastructure and supporting technological commercialization. In 2019, CTP opened the FCEV Center like this and started to provide supporting the technology development to battery storage and the related technologies. This is the third part of South Korea's New Deal, employment and safety nets. For employment, the Korean New Deal seeks to strengthen the social safety net in preemptive move to ease inequality in employment. It will expand the employment insurance coverage to freelancers and create qualified jobs. CTP ran an educational program, software and coding to business, which targets to career interrupted women. Also, it operates joint education center and run a long-term curriculum regarding to industrial fields, which are investigated demands of human resources. And then 4, safety nets. The number of employment insurance subscribers will be expanded from 13 million to 21 million by 2025. When the internet network is built in all rural areas, 7 out of 10 people over the age of 70 will be able to access internet. CTP takes the initiative in challenging a temporary position into regular jobs to relieve insecurity concerns. In this picture, the President of Korea, Moon, he says, new and better job pathway to mutual prosperity. This is the last slide of my presentation. This slide is about South Korea's New Deal triangle. Korea actively implements policies toward the digital and green economy, as well as strengthen social safety nets for those unable to quickly adapt to the change. First, Digital New Deal will prepare for surging demand for remote services and pave the way to a digital economy through which the economy will increase its dynamism. Second, Green New Deal will create a low carbon and eco-friendly economy, such as by building eco-friendly energy infrastructure, including a green energy dam, and work to make the country's eco-friendly industries most competitive in the market, such as eco-friendly vehicles, electricity generation, and other technologies. And last, stronger safety nets indicates work to reduce income inequality among workers due to the economic transition by expanding social securities and job securities, as well as by improving education and vocational training programs to adequately equip with skills for the future. Three pillars are connected and interacted to achieve the goal. And I will move to the quiz. 2 quiz. First, what is not 3 pillars of South Korea's New Deal? Number 1, Green New Deal. Number 2, IT convergence. Number 3, employment and safety net. Can you remember the 3 pillars? If you could remember the terms, this quiz might be simple. And quiz 2, what is the term that indicates vehicle powered by hydrogen? There are examples. Number 1, diesel. Number 2, hybrid. Number 3, FCEV. FCEV is a fuel cell electric vehicle. Can you get hints, clue? And that's all the presentation I've prepared. Thank you for your attention and good luck. And I hope to see you face by face. Bye.